Hi everyone, it's Dr. Jenelle Kim and Craig Nandoo with JBK Wellness Labs, and we are here filming The Experts, as experts meeting the experts. And let me tell you who I have here. This is certainly an expert in our industry. It is Ms. Carrie Gross of Dr. Dennis Gross, the skincare line, the legendary. And here we are. She actually just left a panel, which is decoding the professional distribution channel, which is very huge. And so she's going to tell us a little bit more about, please tell us who you are.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit about how you even got to doing what it is, because you are legends in this industry.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned.
My name is Carrie, and Dennis and I are business partners and life partners. And I actually, when I met Dennis, I was struggling with my skin. I was going to estheticians because that was what I considered to be the expert. And it was actually at when cosmetic dermatology was in its infancy.
Yes.
And so I thought of dermatologists as more of like someone that you would go to for a rash or a pimple.
Absolutely.
But it was actually at a time where there was like incredible breakthroughs, and he was so optimistic about what we were going to be able to offer our clients topically.
Yes.
And so I said, you need to get to work. I think you're really, really smart, and I need some products. But
I absolutely love every part of that. I'm sorry, Carrie.
But I said, I don't want a moisturizer.
Right.
Give me something groundbreaking, something like breakthrough, innovation, white space. There's nothing that I could buy, really. Like, we only had moisturizers.
Yes.
So he created the peel, and I took that concept of the doctor's peel and created it for estheticians.
Yes.
And then the next step was to create it for home use, so the esthetician could actually administer this like life-changing treatment and send the client home with products that would protect her investment. Would continue, because you want to do something every day. You don't want to
100%.
run a marathon and then sit on the couch for a year, right?
Which is huge, especially in the spa industry or in that kind of industry, in the esthetician, dermatology, that you go to see a specialist for an in-office treatment, but you have to continue it. I'm just reaffirming what you're saying.
You don't invest money in a treatment and then go buy products at CVS.
Yes, and this is huge because for those of you who are not aware, really bringing it down to the fundamentals, a peel is going to be one of the strongest products that you have. Oftentimes it's for professional use only, which is exactly what Ms. Carrie is talking about here. And so for you and your Dr. Dennis to come together and make an at-home treatment that is balanced enough that you can continue the beautiful effects, that is huge, and exactly why you are who you are.
It's called a peel, but I like to tell people it's really more of a polish.
Yes, love that.
And so it works on the epidermal, the surface of your skin, but it actually goes deeper into the dermis and builds collagen. So you get an immediate benefit, but you get the long term when you have consistency of use.
Yes. So rejuvenating skin cells, resurfacing. I mean, I'm half Korean beauty, the whole thing. So we love exfoliation, but I think we both agree with that.
Yes.
So that is amazing. Is there anything in particular in store that you have coming that you could let us know that you feel is very innovative?
Yes.
Or maybe it's the opposite. Maybe you say, which I can certainly appreciate, it's the yin and yang of every aspect.
Honestly, we have our hero product that started our brand, and to this day, it's still our #1 treatment. But we have innovated around the lip category.
Huge.
We have LED treatments, and we have a lot of hybrid treatments that are like, help makeup artists, for example. Have a beautiful, flawless application. And we have a really groundbreaking 2024 launch around acne.
I feel like something is coming.
I feel like we're we've got the expert, and it's an unbelievable statistic that 75% of people with acne do not see a doctor.
Yes.
And they're going on TikTok to get information, which is great.
Huge.
But there's a lot of misinformation out there.
That's why we're here right now, Carrie.
And you don't want to mess around with acne because it's scarring. It's something that is very detrimental to someone's self-esteem.
Beyond.
So we are going to celebrate and we're going to have a pimple going away party.
Oh my God, I love
that's
that. That's
amazing.
amazing,
Yeah.
Carrie. I'm so happy that we are
Yeah.
letting our community know about this, and that's exactly why we're here.
Yeah.
We have this show to understand the experts because there is so much out there in the
Right.
world, and while it's wonderful to be exposed, it can also be very detrimental. That's a perfect
Yeah.
word, because
Yeah.
if you don't listen to the experts,
Yes.
you could really be leading your
Yeah.
beauty wellness astray.
Right.
I would love to ask you a question
Sure.
about your journey, because
Okay.
Dr. Dennis Gross Skincare has been around for a long time, and
It
you
has.
continue to innovate.
Yes.
So you have this
which is
amazing
huge.
longevity, which is all these brands are starting up, and as you mentioned, TikTok, there's all these new brands.
Right.
What has given you the longevity that you might not see in other brands, and you see in really only the most special brands out
Well,
there?
I think that it's really like everything we do is very consumer centric. And so, from my perspective, I'm not a doctor and I'm not an esthetician, but I love people so much and I love helping people. I
see that.
And we never want to do anything that's like me too,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Sure.
So the disruption that I mentioned is so much part of our DNA that whenever we create something, I have to vet it through Dennis, and I'll tell him I'm dreaming about a cellulite product. He's
Oh,
like,
strange.
nope,
We've
not
never
gonna
heard of
work.
this before. That's like literally, like,
okay,
wake up.
yeah, so it's like this yin and yang
Yes.
and
Yes.
so it's always got to be credible. And I mentioned clinical studies, like we back up everything we do. So if it doesn't pass the study and the claims, it doesn't go to launch.
Yep.
Yes.
So it has to really be like groundbreaking and unique and different and
Yes.
disruptive, and otherwise it's just
Yeah.
a me too,
Yes, I love
another
that.
pot of moisturizer on the shelf. Like, who wants that?
And it really is cool to see, you take a brand and you've reached a certain level of success,
Right.
but you don't stop there.
Right.
You just keep
Huge.
going, and
Right.
you
That's
can
right.
you can sense the passion.
Yeah.
It makes me want to, get a product right now and try it,
Yeah.
because I can feel that like you're
care.
you're constantly.
Yes.
And we would rather renovate and improve. Like if there's a new study and there's a new ingredient that Dennis is like researching and very fascinated by, and wow, maybe I'll mix that with our retinol category. We'll
Right.
relaunch the retinol. So it's not just like launch.
Yes, there's a
It's
reason,
like
an intention
improve.
behind
Yes.
everything you're doing.
Yes,
And that is exactly what we feel. And
Yeah.
I would say in my humble opinion and experience, which, I have some years on me now as
Yeah.
well, that is probably one of the main reasons why that really comes across. You put that
Yeah.
intention, you put that care, because there are so many brands out there that don't. So
and
I
it's,
love that. We appreciate
it has
you.
Dennis's name on.
Yes.
And he's got a lot of integrity.
I love that.
And so,
It means a lot.
it
Yeah,
has to work.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your
My
time.
pleasure.
So
My
tell us
pleasure.
just one more time where we can find you. I mean, I'm sure most people can find you, but on
Beautiful,
social
beautiful,
media and
beautiful spas all over the U.S. And then, of course, our partnership with Sephora is
Yes.
super important.
Absolutely.
And our own website has a spa locator on it. If you
Yes.
go to drdennisgross.com,
Love that. Very important.
You can type in your zip code
Yes.
and find the nearest professional partner
Absolutely.
that we have. So.
Absolutely. So there you have it. Miss Carrie Gross.
We have
Yes,
one more
Craig?
question.
Oh yes, my favorite question.
The last
That
question.
I came up with this question,
Okay.
and then I didn't ask. Go ahead, Craig. You ask.
So we're here at Beauty Matter.
Yes.
We're talking about beauty.
Yes.
What does beauty mean to you?
Oh my gosh, it's really about confidence. It's just taking all the worries off of your plate so that you can live your best life. And that's
I
beautiful.
absolutely love that, Carrie. Thank you.
Love that.
I'm going to
Yeah.
take a moment to reflect on that after
Yeah.
this. So thank you so much. So
Sure.
stay in touch
Thank you.
with Carrie and, of course, Dr. Dennis Gross Products, and Craig and I at JBK Wellness Labs, and Dr. Jenelle Kim, the experts.